Oh, such caster problems. But we're going to be going on to our second map right now, which is going to be Snakewater. This is, of course, ETF2L Season 16, Week 7. Week 7.
Yes.
7 between Reverto and Willy Wonka's Chocolate Factory, with Reverto winning that first map 4-3 Golden Cap win. So, interesting game so far. Would you agree?
Excuse me? I missed what you said.
Pardon?
I beg your pardon. I didn't hear what you said.
Interesting game so far.
Yeah, definitely. It was very back and forth. It's really enjoyable to watch.
Yeah, now of course with Snakewater, this is the map that Reverto scored 4-5 against Epsilon. Epsilon, of course, best team in the world right now. No one can really doubt that. And if you're getting 4-5 off them, you're going to be pretty good.
Yeah, definitely.
Apologies, our relay appears to have crashed, so hopefully the teams haven't quite gone live yet. Well, I don't think so, as Ips appears to be trash talking in stream chat. So I'm just going to try and get the IP again, if you give me a minute. I believe Epsilon have just won their game as well, so be glad we didn't cast that, as it didn't seem to last as long or was as interesting as this game.
I don't know.
No, our relay still seems to be up. I'm not quite sure what's going on.
Yeah,
Maybe it's just me.
It was down definitely for me as well. But now it's working, so that's good.
Okay, Ips actually explaining that although they did go 4-5 against Epsilon, it was a weird game as Epsilon hadn't played for ages and Gear did get DDoSed during that game. So perhaps downplaying it a little bit, but I still think that they're going to be relatively strong on this map.
Yeah, definitely.
But we'll just have to see how Willy Wonkas play, really. I mean, they've got best main caller in EU, in my opinion. They've got one of the best demos. They've got some great scout pair. Well, yeah, we'll see how it goes.
I just believe that Ips doesn't want to jinx it, you know. Just want to play it cool and keep his mind clear for this game.
Yeah, he's going to wait to show off that ego straight into the interviews, and I probably shouldn't have said that, but oh well. Aster, what's he going to do? Besmirch his name.
I'm really looking forward to this game. I really enjoy watching Snakewater. I don't know what about the map that's so interesting to watch, but something about it.
I don't know. I do agree with you though. It is a good map to watch, and I think with the teams as equal as they are right now, I think it's going to be really, really good.
Yeah, definitely.
So on that previous map, who was your man of the map? Because for me, it's got to be Stark. Stark top fragged, did really, really well. He was getting some huge kill streaks on middles as well. So I think for me, it's got to be Stark.
I were about to say Stark, but now I gotta say something else. I do believe. I think Rising did a lot of good stuff with his bombs. He got a lot of stuff done. So I'm gonna say Rising. But the man of Willy Wonka, I actually think that's a tough one. What do you think?
I think both roamers, you know, I'd agree with you with Rising doing really well, but Salt was doing really well as well. He was getting some great flanks and some big kill streaks in important moments.
Yeah, I have to agree with that.
Yeah, both teams really, really evenly matched, much more than I thought they were. Because, I mean, coming into this season, the former Team Infused, which of course now have swapped around a little bit, and we find them on different teams in this match, they were, you know, considered second in EU, because of course Brodo had folded. But Reverto were nowhere near that at that point. And now with these roster changes, Willy Wonka's Chocolate Factory still in a top position. But Reverto really, really seem to have come on leaps and bounds this season. So I think a friend of mine, in fact, actually called that Reverto would be the Epsi killers by next season. But I don't quite think anyone's near that point. But they are definitely really very good.
There might be, since Epsilon is kind of, you know, they're not extremely active. They're not playing that much anymore. So, and Reverto is they're performing very, very good, and they're improving every day. So I don't know. It's hard to tell though.
Yeah. Sorry, apologies. Some stupid Welsh man is messaging me with stupid messages. But we're just waiting for this game to go live right now. Both teams on the server. They're trying to organise something for Rising's birthday, which apparently is in about an hour and a half. So we'll see what happens then.
I just saw in in-game chat here that Epsilon won with a steamroll on both maps, 3-0, 5-0.
Was it?
Yes.
Wow.
So a good thing to stream casted this game instead of that game.
I thought that game would be a lot closer. I mean, well, I mean, there's great players, really.
Yeah.
I've just had one team ready up, so we're going to be getting ready right now. I cannot think of anything to say, so hopefully they start relatively soon.
Hopefully. So we won't be sitting here with awkward silence.
Well, I apologise. I'm a very awkward person. Ip's going to be... What am I doing? I'm just reverting to casting mode. Ips, I'm commenting on pre-game. What's wrong with me? Jesus Christ.
Ready up.
Basically, they're just trash talking each other right now, but I don't quite get it. I think it's a lot of in-jokes.
Yeah, probably.
Spend as much time and mumble together as these guys would have, that you're going to create a lot of in-jokes. So hopefully there won't be too many of them when we bring them into interviews later, but expecting there might be.
Yeah, we'll see. Still waiting for, I don't know what team to ready up, but one of the teams.
I'm guessing it's probably Reverto. I did just hear a second ready up, so maybe we are going to get going. Maybe that was just an unready. Oh dear God. I really want this match to start. I'm really excited. I'm hyped. Eh? I want it to get going. Ready up noises are plaguing me. I'm hearing them all the time. Happening. Please tell me. Please start. Oh.
I definitely agree. Nothing to talk about as well, so they're gonna have to ready up soon.
I know we pretty much went over the entire last map. Other than, well, really too many big crits plays. Huey didn't really do much when he did get crits. I think he got a couple of picks, but it wasn't quite many of them. Salt has just rejoined the game, so they're probably just waiting for him. Maybe we can get going. Hopefully.
Hopefully. Actually, we're going live right here, I believe, or was this a server crash?
I don't know, they kind of paused. This is pre-game.
That means that they must have paused in the first 90 seconds of the game.
Oh yeah, of course. Of course we are lagged out by 90 seconds. Timed out, sorry. Delayed by 90 seconds. So the fact that they've paused right now means that they have probably paused just after the first middle, I'd say. Or maybe after the first round if it was a really, really fast roll round.
Yeah. It's hard to tell. I don't know. Salt
did look like they were about to get ready.
reconnect there, so it might have been some problem with Salt's internet or stuff.
Bars had bad internet recently as well, so it could be a problem with him. But we can't know, basically, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Not a lot we can do either, because they haven't even started. We can't talk about what's just happened, because nothing has happened. Christ, chat, entertain me, please. There must be something. They're just spamming dog faces, oh god. Okay. Okay, apparently, according to Alba's calling this to me in Steam messages. I've got to watch Zebasai on first middle, so hopefully...
This was a secret. To hype it up, man.
Secret? Okay.
Yeah, I'm doing the old caster trick to view game info on a player that's playing and watch who gets the frags.
I see, of course. Yeah, that's brilliant. Wow, I should have totally not revealed that. Oh well. Oh dear. I hope they know that they've done this, and they're probably just laughing about it, the fact that we're paused in pre-game.
Maybe. Actually, I'm pausing right here. Pausing again. So definitely someone timing out.
Yes.
So someone is about to come into the server again. So we're gonna start here in any second. I don't know how much it's left of the pre-round. But we should be going live any second now.
Yeah, if they have done the little pause and repause, it probably wasn't a tactical pause. Both teams calling good luck. So, see what's happening. There's just ready up noises going around all over the place.
Yeah, definitely.
Happening. Please tell me. Please start. Oh, please. Good luck, have fun. Comes out again from Ips. What is going on? Are we starting?
We're going live here.
I think we are.
Yes, we are.
Okay, so this is going to be Team Fortress TV. I'm Ryushi. With me is Alba. This is going to be our second map of our week 7 game for ETF2L Season 16, sponsored by Blackout Gaming, and it's going to be Reverto on blue against Willy Wonka's Chocolate Factory on red. We're going to be taking this first middle. Both teams trying to put out some sticks on each other. Our HUDs are automatically broken, of course, so I'm not quite sure what's going down. Not with the damage numbers at the moment. It looks like Reverto trying to get that early height advantage. Bar does get bombed by Salt and taken down, but they counter with 2 quick frags onto Salt. But Nox and Zebasai coming in. Zebasai getting a 2k right there. We're going to be seeing what he's going to be able to do. He comes in and gets a rising as well, and that just leaves, I think, Huey alive. So what's Huey going to do? He's going to get taken down by Zebasai. Alba calling it big. Zebasai getting 4 frags right there on that first middle.
Yeah, he went in when no one was really expecting him, and he got the frag on the scout, on the scout's back, and then got the second scout, and yeah, picked off the soldier and Huey. So was a nice play by him, winning his team the middle pretty much. So yeah, we're gonna see Willy Wonka here. Not sure about the Uber since the HUD is very broken. Actually, I get a message here from Ryushi saying that his internet is dying, so I might have to solo cast this for a while. We see Willy Wonka with the Uber advantage, gonna be looking to take that second point here, going very aggressively. And we see the sniper here from, I believe it's Stark? Yeah, it's Stark. Gonna try to pick that medic of Willy Wonka, but can't manage really to land that shot. While, yeah, you see Willy Wonka here getting some aggression there onto to Huey, trying to pick him off, and the Uber has been forced. They're gonna be looking to fall back here with the early force that they got on Reverto. Not much going on here, just building up the Ubers again. Might see a sniper here coming in for Willy Wonka. I don't know if Salt is gonna snipe him, but yeah, we see the sniper from Stark here. Gonna see if he can get something done. They have a heavy as well, so they're playing this very, very carefully with a lot of off classes. Stark gonna try to shut down that right hand side. So, yeah, we just see both teams building here, and yeah, we hopefully will see soon that Willy Wonka will go in. Yeah, so apparently I'm solo here for now. So yeah, we see Ips here on Spy here as he's trying to go into the lobby. He is going behind, very far behind. He's gonna look at that medic, gonna try to get him. He actually goes for the revolver, but doesn't manage to pick two nuts down there. And we're gonna see maybe a push here from Willy Wonka with the 1-player advantage. With the damage he got on Rising, this might be the time to go. They're actually falling back here a bit.
Well, they did just lose Zebasai, so that's of course no sniping cover against Starky, who's also sniping. Ips has just come back up as well, so they know they're 6v5 at the moment. And with that heavy, with that sniper, they did not want to push. Apologies there, Alba, for leaving you alone for us a couple of seconds. I'm going to blame my roommate's weird German videos as normal. Ips going to go down there. He tries to get an aggressive, gets sticked out by Cadus, and he's going to go down. That might leave them in a dangerous position. Bars also gets his Uber popped as well. I'm not quite sure where he is to pop that Uber. I think he's, in fact, behind the combo of Willy Wonka's Chocolate Factory, who come in and get 2 quick frags on Starky and Ethog. They lose Salt, but Rising and Bar are going to go down as well, and that should be the second last point, in fact. And that takes us to 1-0. Wow, we've only had 4 minutes on this map, and it feels so much longer. Probably because of the pauses.
Yeah, probably.
Which...
So I'm gonna be watching Huey here as he jumps towards the middle point. Let's see what's gonna happen here. See Cadus with his once again fast rollout going here on the left hand side for his point of view. Not much going on now right now. Exchanging some damage, and we see some aggression here from Reverto up top. We see Willy Wonka trying to get that counter aggression. Rising tries to jump, but gets taken out as well as Ethag. But Tunas gets taken out there by a nice pipe from Huey, and Bar should be falling back right here to stay alive, but he's actually fighting together with his soldier. He gets taken down there by some nice shot by Samsey. So we're gonna see what Ips is gonna do here, and he's getting taken down as well.
Yeah, so a middle win again for Willy Wonka's Chocolate Factory. So the hype that I gave Reverto, that they've done all this stuff against Epsilon, not showing so far as they lose 2 consecutive middles, and still looking strong out of it. I mean, Tunuts did go down, but he's spawned with a Medigun and still managed to get about 45% advantage on top of that. Is Bar running crits? He's not. He's still on Uber. They're both just posturing about near Saw area at the moment. In fact, Bar's going to jump out, take a little bit of a crater damage, but not manage to... don't notice that, and they could have maybe jumped in and just gone really aggressive into that combo right there. It would have been funny, but, you know, they didn't do it. I'm just too low div, and only I would think that's normal. But the Uber's actually going to come out right now. They've built it up really, really quickly. They're going to send players in. Rising is going to be our only death so far, but Stark gets caught as well. But Bar and Huey are way back, so they're going to be able to defend this point relatively easily on last. And it does look like Willy Wonka's Chocolate Factory want to push in. Tunuts and Nox getting aggressive, maybe on that right side. They already sent Cadus in. Cadus is on alone. He does take down Bar. Huge frags by him, and now his combo is going to come in and try and clean up as well. Ethic's going to go down. Rising going to go down. So a huge aggressive second round there for Willy Wonka's Chocolate Factory. Some great plays by them.
Willy Wonka playing really fast and really confident and just securing the points. And for this mid, I'm actually gonna follow Cadus, since I think that Ryushi has some experiencing some problems here. There's some nice ticks onto Huey, and yeah, well, both teams just rolling in here to middle, with Reverto doing the top hand side rollout, and both solids here from Reverto going very aggressively onto the combo of Willy Wonka, doing some major damage, but they get taken out in return. So we see Bar here running for his life, won't probably be able to, but he's surfing around. And actually picks the frag onto Salt with his crossbow there, taking his lower route. Really a huge frag there by Bar. Might even be able to survive. Yes, in fact he will. So it was very huge play there by Bar. Actually, I believe we have another pause. Yes, we do.
We have got a pause. It's not me lagging out this time. Oh, brilliant.
This time it's a pause. Don't worry.
Great. Well, of course, I'm not quite sure what's going on. Who's been disconnecting so far? Do we know?
I'm not
or is
sure.
it just
Actually,
someone lagging out? Because I haven't really seen anyone reconnect or anything like that.
I believe it's Cadus. Scrolled up the chat log a bit, and Cadus timed out and then joined in again. So I believe it might be Cadus.
Okay, well, I mean, looking at this, they've about to take this second point. Tunuts is on about 25% advantage, so they could theoretically just push straight off this and take another point, take another round with that Uber advantage. Willy Wonka's Chocolate Factory could be a quick 3-0 in less than 10 minutes, really. Which, at this point, I've known Ips, he does pull out the tactical pause, so all these pauses could just be tactical ones. It's not.
It could be, but I really think that it's something about like some player having some problems. But yeah, of course, it can be a tactical pause from Ips to slow down the game a bit and get their heads into the game.
Just had a slight jump of players. Was that a unpause and a repause, maybe?
I'm not sure, but it could have been.
Quite sure was.
So.
Well, basically, just for me, all the models just jumped forward a couple of steps, but it wasn't a normal unpause repause. So maybe it's probably my internet, to be honest. Every time I try to cast big games, it always happens to me. I'm so unlucky with all my first world problems.
Yeah.
Salt is still down though, and he's not going to be up for a couple of seconds. I think he's not going to be in this fight. They could push and then let him come in and try and do some cleanup. which is, you know, a good strategy. And in fact, Reverto haven't pulled out any, like, well, they haven't pulled out the heavy, they haven't pulled out an engineer, so they haven't got a big someone to tank the damage much at the moment, especially as Ips has only just got up, and he's not going to have full buff either by the time that Willy Wonka's Chocolate Factory want to push in.
We see the sniper though from Ethog. Might be enough to slow Willy Wonka down a bit.
Well, he's got to hit something.
Yeah, definitely.
I haven't seen much sniper work out of him so far, I think. I've seen Stark pull it off quite a few times and get some big headshots, but I haven't seen Ethog do anything. Is he a good sniper?
He's a pretty good sniper as well. So he might get some headshots. It would be interesting to see what he can pull off.
Fair enough.
As we see another pause, and I'm not sure how long this one will be. I'm actually gonna go ahead and see if I can get an answer here.
Hopefully they have start relatively soon. This is what, our third pause of this map?
Yeah, I believe so.
Of course, this was also the map that we had so much trouble on yesterday when me and Beasley were casting. I can't remember who it was. It was TSE versus else. I can't remember now. Maybe Reverto.
Probably
but of course,
Reverto.
well, it was some team.
I also believe it's some team.
Ivocat, that's it. I remember now. And they had a lot of disconnection problems on this map. So you know, I'm not blaming the map or anything, but it just seems to be really unlucky with disconnects, because this was, of course, was also the map where Gear was getting disconnects when Reverto played Epsilon. So a lot of players seem to be disconnecting.
Actually, we have players sliding around here again. And we see Tunas here with Uber, so they're just going to be looking to push straight in here. The heavy from Reverto might be able to slow them down a bit with a 300 HP, 450 buffed. It's taking a lot of time for them to clean up that heavy. And we see Willy Wonka actually falling back here. We see Rising here behind him in the lobby. Gonna cut the medic and the Solly off, but he doesn't manage to. Some nice rockets from Nox picking Rising down. We see the counter Uber here from Reverto coming in. Gonna push there straight for the second point. You get fast cap time. Let's see, where's Sebuzai? Where is Sebuzai?
I think he's suiciding in on second somewhere.
I was wondering.
Oh, he's just respawned apparently, so he's going to be trying to come in and contest. Bardo's go down to some rockets from Nox. Samsey was going to pick up Huey with the crater, and now with a great positioning from Willy Wonka's Chocolate Factory, Stark's going to try and come in, and he does almost get so close, but no, the pipes come out of Cadis, and they're going to be able to re-push now with 3 down on Reverto. Ips, Ethog, and Rising going to be the only ones to survive. There's a heavy out and 2 soldiers, but it's not going to be enough, and the Uber gets forced really early out there. Rising's going to go down, Ips going to go down, and now there's a heavy medic on this point trying to defend, but surely that focus fire coming out of Chocolate Factory is going to be enough. This is going to be where the pause was, as I did notice in chat. oh wow.
It was very close there. Actually, Huey and Starkey managed to pull that one off and defend the point. It was just a matter of small amount of damage.
Yeah, 2 nuts with that Ubersaw right there at the end. Just beautiful. I do love med kills.
Yeah, who doesn't? Run us to the middle, Ryushi.
That did look like a little bit like a tactical pause, as they did ask for that at the end of the map, at the end of the round. But we're going to be coming onto this middle, an aggressive play out of Rising, trying to take that high ground. Assault's going to jump straight in here. He's going to come in straight away. Oh, 4 players fall ever so quickly, all at once. Stacky Bar, Huey, Rising, Ethog down as well. The only one up right now is Ips, and he gets taken down as well. So a perfectly clean slate for Chocolate Factory right there. They get a full wipe and get no deaths in return. So they're going to be able to pick up that middle, pick up this second point, and then push straight onto last with their 100% Uber advantage.
Yeah, Kid is doing a lot of work there for Willy Wonka, just walking over the point when Reverto wasn't looking, and got so much damage up with his stickies. And yeah, got 2 kills out of it, but a lot of damage. Just gonna see the double scout push there from the bottom, and Kid is coming just behind them, gonna focus down that heavy, and he gets taken down, and as well as Rising. So it's gonna be very hard for Reverto to defend this one. So Kid is jumping in very aggressively, but he gets taken down. Some cap time here coming in from 2 nuts. Bar actually picking up 1 scout. He gets another Uber saw, and he actually gets the Uber to defend this point. Extremely well played by Bar.
Yeah, Tuna's the only one left alive right now. That's a 5k on that last. In fact, Stark's going to try and get in onto Tunas. He might even manage to frag him. Tunas picks up the health kit, but no, he does not survive. That's going to be a recap second point. So I thought that was going to be 4-0 right there. I mean, Chocolate Factory in such a good, strong position, and then it just seemed to go all wrong for them. And Bar with those beautiful Ubisoft saving his team that round. Saving that round for his team, and now they might even try to push straight onto this middle with their Uber advantage, because Tunas still isn't up. So everyone who's on middle is pretty lit right now. Cadis only on 60 HP, and if they catch him out, that's going to be no demo for another 10 seconds. Debasai, come on, getting the body shot onto Bar, not even a headshot. What's he doing? But it doesn't matter because he gets that beautiful pick. It's going to be all they need to defend this second point, maybe even push middle, because 2Nuts is now up once again. 30% advantage. Rising suicides somehow.
I believe he was trying to go for the medic. Actually, when after Bar got those frags, I read Samsey writing in chat who got demolished by Bar. G range, oh my fucking god. Sorry for swearing, but just quoting here. And actually we see Ips here disconnecting and joining again. He might have some problems with his computer or anything. Or just a tactical rejoin.
He did this before, and I swear it decreases his respawn time. If that is the reason he's doing that, I'm not quite sure that's legal.
No, it's
really
not allowed in ETF2L, but I'm not sure if it was that what it was doing. I'm guessing he knows the rules.
But now we're going to have an Uber coming in out of Saw. 2Nuts popping early, trying to keep his players alive. A soldier's going to bomb in from behind them, but Rising not going to get anything down. Hugh's going to find Zebasai though, and now with this medic of Bar left alone in lobby right now, as his players bleed in onto that second point. Everyone going down. Only Huey's left alive, and now Bar and Huey, unless Bar can pick up some clutch Ubersaws again, they're going to go down here, but it doesn't matter because he's going to go down. Not shooting him down with that shotgun, and that's going to be surely the last point as everyone is down for Reverto, and that takes it to 4-0. Not quite the score I predicted at the beginning of this map, I tell you now.
Yeah, Reverto really have to get their heads back in the game. They are in the score of 4-0. One more point for Willy Wonka, and this match is over. So they're really gonna get their head back in the game. So we're gonna see a lot of damage here coming out on the middle from Huey, I believe. And not much going on. We see a jumping soldier here from Rising. Misses his rockets a bit, getting jugged around, and he actually gets fragged as well. And Bar going down to the aggression of Assault, and just DM fest right here. And actually Huey does some nice pipes and picks off 2Nuts there. So no Uber advantage for Willy Wonka for this last fight. They will manage to get the second point though.
Yeah, some really dominant plays coming out of Cadis. I think Cadis right here, right now, is king of Snakewater mid for this match. He's doing so much work for his team, putting out so much damage, and his scouts and when Salt jumps, Salt is hitting rockets on everything. Rising for this map has been a little bit iffy with his rockets and missing quite a few when he's jumping in, so his bomb's not been as effective. Although they are going to try and defend this point. Asoli's going to try and come in onto Bar, not going to take him down. Salt not quite managing it there. Now with that second point held, they're actually going to back up. They're going to try and just defend from lobby. They know they've got slight disadvantage, but with Willy Wonka's Chocolate Factory holding all the way back on their side of mid, they're really defensive with this, and it is a crit screen. So with 2Nuts on that 100% and Bar only on 70%, if they can get some beautiful crit snipes with Cadis, which is a thing he can do, we'll see what's going to happen. The crit is going to come out now. It does not find Bar with the first crit sticky, and now they're just going to collapse on Cadis. Cadis is going to go down, but he crits his notch with the last few seconds of it. Not going to find anyone right now. In fact, there's a soldier coming in onto 2Nuts. 2Nuts is going to go down. Everything going down right now. Bar's down. Rising down. Everything down. Everything's dying right now in this sort of choke area. Scouts coming in, cleaning up players left, right, and center. Salt's going to go down. Zebasai comes in, cleans up Ethog, Stark, and Zebasai fighting on grass. Zebasai's going to pick him up and then just put some Captain down onto second. Apologies for just carrying on talking when you interrupted me for important plays, Alba. Please,
no worries.
Take over.
We see Ips trying to pick Zebasai up, but just missed that air shot. It was very close. There was a very timed bomb there from Salt. He just walked in when no one was watching and just came behind and shot two nice rockets onto Bar, one on the head so he couldn't serve away. And I actually see Reverto here coming out again onto this point, and Reverto actually has the 20% advantage. So they're just going with it. I don't think Willy Wonka was expecting a push from Reverto, but they keep going here, and they have the player advantage. So he's actually Cicadas are jumping in, but he gets denied by Stark. Beautiful meat shots by Stark coming out from his scattergun.
Yeah, so good aggressive plays coming out of Reverto there. It's just what they needed and not what Willy Wonka's expected. They expected them to back away like little girls, but it's not going to happen. Nox is going to get taken down by Huey, but he manages to frag Ips. And without that main calling power, without that aggression coming out of Ips, is this going to stunt the push? I think it is, because 2Nuts is coming in from below with this Kritzkrieg. And if he finds players, which is very likely because they are all stuck together right now, this could be an incredibly dangerous position for Reverto to find themselves in. They're going to be pushing on to last with an Uber, so the Uber's going to fade relatively quickly. And Cadis, 2Nuts drops to Ethog right on that second point, and that is going to be take us to 4-1. So Reverto, maybe the comeback right here, right now. What do you say, Alba?
Yeah, they're capable of doing it, but if they keep going and if they can solve the middles, they might be able to do a comeback. But the middles haven't been looking very good for Reverto, so we're just gonna see what's happening here. I'm gonna watch Huey for this middle as he tries to sticky Cadis a bit and putting some stickies up top. Not really much going on right now. They're kind of waiting for a team to do anything. And we see the bomb bear coming in. He gets juggled away, and we see the Alta Solly bombing in as well. And Ball goes down, but 2Nuts goes down in return. And we see the aggressive scout here from Reverto. And now the rest of Reverto is coming aggressive. But there's Sebulsai coming behind onto Huey, which picks him off. I've heard that Ryushi is lagging again, so gotta be solo casting this once again. As Cadis is sticking up the stairs at grass a bit to maybe catch off a scout or anything. So we're just gonna see what's gonna happen here. As we see Bar with the slight Uber advantage, and I heard someone fighting here. It was Sebulsai trying to pick up Bar, but Isag comes in there and with the help of Ips and picking him off. So yeah, we're probably gonna see Reverto here pushing to middle, maybe with the small Uber advantage, and the picks they have. Samsey going down as well, so they have 2 scout picks. Don't have to be so afraid of backups as they could have been otherwise. So they're just gonna roll in here on the midpoint and gonna look to push forward. They have a bigger Uber advantage now. It was 10%, but now it's 20%, so they might be able to catch 2Nuts off here if they're very lucky and very fast. Actually, Ips gets taken down by Cadis by probably a nice sticky trap. And 2Nuts almost has the Uber now. He takes some damage and pops instantly. And Bar is popped as well, but 2Nuts will have his Uber for a little bit longer. See Rising going down, getting killed by that fall damage, and Isaac going down as well. So Reverto only has 3 players in for this fight. Sebulsai gets a nice headshot onto Huey. So we're gonna see Willy Wonka here going into the middle point. See the soldier of Ips here on the middle, hiding, trying to go for anything, but he gave away his position with that shotgun shot to remove that Sicky. I actually see the backup coming in here from Stark. Let's see if he can roll straight for Lost. Let's try to find him here. Actually, he's fighting Salt right now. Get some nice shots onto him, but Salt gets a nice air shot onto Stark. So Stark gonna have to be waiting for that respawn timer, while Willy Wonka is capping second there. Actually, we see the sniper from Sebulsai trying to hit those shots, kind of missing them for now. And Willy Wonka is gonna secure that second point and start walking towards the middle. Yeah, we see Reverto here holding very passively, because they know that they don't want to have any bombing soldiers into Bar's face now, since they have such a big Uber advantage. It's up on 50% right now. And Sniper actually gets taken out by Stark, so they won't have to be afraid of that anymore. So actually it's Reverto here pushing forward, with Willy Wonka holding very passively. Yeah, here we see the solid bomb from Salt coming in, but he gets taken out. And Rising gets taken out by Cadis as well. And the Uber actually gets popped from Bar. Not the best situation to pop the Uber, but he gets Cadis for it at least. And Ryushi.
Yeah, Ips going down once again. on this aggressive push, but it doesn't matter with Cadis and Zebo. Still, that Samsi's going to go down as well. Starkey, the scouts coming in, going huge, both soldiers, and the fact that Uber does get popped out there, but they're just focusing on the point, just being able to run away here, maybe. Starkey does go down, but it doesn't matter because they've found their Roma. They've regrouped with their team. Huey up in a couple of seconds. Stark's going to be up as well. I don't think that Chocolate Factory can push here. Haven't got the players. They should be really wary of back caps if they are going to try this. Just posturing in lobby, and they're looking now to back out. Just go back to defending last. Put it on a 6-on-6 situation right now because they know that Bar does have huge Uber advantage, and he was well out, so he wasn't going down. They knew they couldn't pick him up. Maybe they're going to look to push from this down low location right now. Cadis pops the sticky, so they know there's no sticky trap in right now at the moment, but they rotate over from bottom, looking to go maybe aggressive out of that top right hand area. They're going to be sending both soldiers in onto that sniper. Sniper's down, Zebaside not going to be able to do anything, and Tunut's going to go get completely blown to pieces as well. But Huey and Ether going to be counter trade. Nox is going to go down as well, and that just leaves a lot of players trying to play the point right now. They need to get on this point. They need to put some damage down onto the players who are on the point, but they're just losing players left, right, and center. And Reverto completely wipe. Not a good situation.
It was looking
not a good play.
Looking very good for Reverto, but then suddenly they started losing players, and Willy Wonka just managed to defend that one. But they managed to get Tunas at least, so the Uber disadvantage won't be too big for them. So we see both teams just building here, not doing too much. Actually, Sebosai gets taken out here. It was probably a bit too aggressive. We see Hugh here very aggressively, actually pretty weak. He's only 40 HP, so one sticky from Cadis and he will go down. Then we have to be careful here.
Yeah, not the best position. Not the best position right there. And Reverto are going to be able to recap this second point. There are 7 minutes. About 8 minutes left on the clock right now. So if they can get some good pushes and a good couple of rounds, they can still take this to a golden cap, I think, with some aggressive plays out of them. But Tunuts is now on that 100% Uber, so they're gonna have to get him to drop or to pop really early to actually win this round in the next minute or so, which they're gonna want to do because they're gonna be looking at the time. They're gonna be thinking they know they're turtling right now. Rising's gonna jump in but gets air shot out the way by Salt. Stark's gonna try for it as well, but they're not gonna find that. They're not gonna find that pop. Zebasai is going to get taken out, but that's all they get. 3 for 1, not a good
going
trade.
Down as well, yeah, so it's not very good there for Reverto. I guess they were just trying to get Willy Wonka to pop that Uber so they could push in with theirs, but it didn't quite work out for them. And Ips is surfing the stickies of Cadis and forcing Tunas to Uber. Tunas with the slightly better Uber, but they decided to retreat as well anyway, because they know that the Reverto spawners will come in, which they do as well. So we see even Ubers again. So we're gonna see Reverto maybe going for a suicide once again for Tunuts. What do you think?
Well, of course, Willy Wonka's. Please keep going.
I was saying, what do you think? With actually Starkey going down and Eta going down to a headshot and Bar as well. Reverto trying to push on Uber. Didn't work very well. Actually, we see some great frags there from Huey and Ips, but it wasn't quite enough with only rising up on that 5 HP. But they managed to get some of the players down for Willy Wonka, so I'm not sure if Willy Wonka will be pushing this. Actually, we see Seboside peeking there, trying to get a sneaky headshot. Take over, Ryushi.
Well, of course, Willy Wonka's Chocolate Factory, they can just turtle. They're 4-1 up. They've got 5 minutes left on the clock. They can just let that clock time out. It's not particularly the most interesting strat, but it is a completely legitimate one with the way that EU time sets work, which is just depressing. In fact, Bar has switched onto the crits right now, and he's building it really, really quickly. So they might go for an aggressive crits play right now. And I think they are. They've got 95%. They're looking to push as soon as possible. Tunuts is on 75%. And this could be very dangerous for them. You know, Tunuts might get this just as they're popping in. Zebasai's keeping them at bay at the moment. And they've actually gone bottom. No, they're coming in right hand. They're going to try and pop some sticks out. Cadis is going to be the first to death. Zebasai's going to go down as well, but the Uber comes into lobby, but now the blue players flooding in from that left side, trying to get onto that point, but it's not going to happen. The Uber's going to rotate back round, Rising and Ips are going to go down, Salt's going to go down, but it's not going to be enough. I think they're getting that 1-2 frags, and now they're just going to try and stack the point. They're just going to get this in time. In fact, Tunut's running for that point, not going to find it. That's going to take it to 4-2 with 4.5 minutes left on the clock. Reverto know they need to get aggressive now. They need to win 2 rounds really, really quickly. Don't think they've quite got time enough for 3 unless they get perfect rounds. But I'm not predicting perfect rounds against this Chocolate Factory roster right now.
It was a huge play by Stark, just syncing up with his medic and just walking in when no one was looking at him. Very well played there. And yeah, here's another middle for you guys. We see an aggressive bomber coming in from Rising straight onto Cadus, picking him off with some nice directs and managing to retreat as well. We see some nice picks here by Reverto. It's only Zebasai, Nox and Tunas up here. We see Zebasai hiding behind Reverto. But Reverto notes that he's behind, so it won't be too big of a problem. We're gonna see what Zebasai can do here. Go for the backup. But with Reverto stacking second here, won't do much. Stark actually managed to 1v1 Zebasai to death. So they have the pick now. We can maybe see Reverto going in here, straight in. Let's see what's going to happen here.
Have the man advantage, but Huey, when trying to get in, takes a load of damage, goes down to 40 health. They're going to pop the Uber straight in on a scout on a demo, trying to find some frags, but Tunut's with the counter pop really quickly, saving his players from death. And now they know they've got that heavy up, and it's going to be really hard for them to push in. They didn't get any frags with it. Huey's going to go down as well, some sticks from Cadus. That's not good. That's just going to delay the push. Chocolate Factory probably won't even push out on this. They know they can just turtle. They've got the time to just completely turtle and just.
They don't want to risk pushing out, losing players, and then Reverto capping that last point. They just want to stay safe. It's even Ubers. They don't have to go. They are in the lead, so they're just gonna wait this one out. Wait for Reverto to do anything.
Maybe had an extra 10 minutes here if we hadn't sort of maybe as much time as they had. Reverto could definitely still be in this, but at the moment it's not looking promising for them with 2.5 minutes left. The Uber's going to come out top right. It's going to find the Tunuts counter Uber on that heavy. And he's molting like crazy. Everyone gets saved in that. Ips and Rising are going to be the deaths. And Reverto just backing out once again. They find themselves in a situation that they don't want to be in. Although they do find Zebasai and Soul. And now they might try and rotate over onto that left-hand side. Both scouts coming in, trying to put out, if they can get the right focus fire here, they might be able to do something, but it's not going to happen. That heavy from up high is just shutting them down completely. Now the heavy drops onto the point, and he's just going to save the point. Huey, Etho, Bar and Stark all fall so quickly. Cadus with a triple frag.
We see Ips on the spy here. Gonna try to get something done here. And actually we see Rising staying on that bottom area as well. See Ips here as he walks into the lobby. Gonna try to cap that last point off. Probably.
Well, he's found the soldier and might even try and go for it right now, but no, Salt easily able to frag him out. Now, a quick repush by Reverto. They might be able to cap this and then go straight for last as they find pretty much everyone. Salt, the only one left alive, and he's on last. So if they can send this scout of Stark straight onto last, and he is going to go for it. He's going to try and get onto that point. But he finds the medic and Salt, so Salt now getting that buff, going to be able to defend that. There's a heavy up as well, everyone coming in, Stark, gonna fall. Etho comes in, tries to take down Salt, but he succeeds, but gets shut down so quickly as well. Both players not quite able to do it against the entire Chocolate Factory team.
Yeah, Stark knew that the time was short, so they had to try basically. So we might see Reverto rushing in on this. But probably not, as the time's running out. It's with 50 seconds remaining on the clock. Pretty much impossible for Reverto to pull this off.
Yeah, unfortunately I don't think they can do it right now. They gave us a brilliant first map. They seems maybe they tired themselves out a little bit, and just were not able to repeat that. Although they did seem to be pulling themselves together coming up to the end of this map, but just a lot of failed last pushes.
Yeah, Snakewater is a difficult map to push into last on and push out to last from. It's better pushing out now with G7, but not as good as other maps. It's we see Reverto desperately trying to get a little better score. Actually, they managed to pick some players off. It's only Cadus remaining. but didn't manage to pick him off, and here comes the GG.
Yeah, so that is going to be our GG for the map, that puts it, of course, at a 3-3 over on ETF2L standings. So Reverto still with a good chance at the playoff spot, I think. Or is that it?
I'm not entirely sure. I heard that what I heard from Bar was that if they won this game, they would be in playoffs. But I'm guessing that Willy Wonka will be in playoffs instead of them now. I'm not sure.
Fourth at the moment with 3 points ahead of Willy Wonka. So if they both get 3 points out of this, they're going to be.
Reverto got 2
even.
points since he won the Golden Cap, and 4 points.
Oh
to
yeah,
Willy
of
Wonka.
course.
But
that still keeps them in fourth position. So at the moment, the standings are Epsilon, the TLR, TSE, and then Reverto, and that'll keep the same after this map. So
yeah, but Willy Wonka got 2 more games to play, although it's versus Epsilon and TCM, or TCE, as they're now called.
yeah, definitely. Now, hopefully, we're going to be trying to get some interviews with anyone who wants to come. Oh, who obviously played the match, not anyone. So we're going to try and see what they say, and hopefully they don't shout at each other too much, because of course there is a little bit of bad blood, and if Ips joins and Cadus joins, then I don't know if it's actual bad blood or just played bad blood, but I said bad blood too much, I can't think about it now. I'm going to go talk to them. Albert, talk us through who you think did really well on this map, because for me, I know exactly who was just dominating everything.
Yeah, I don't know, I'm not looking too much on the players. I think Sebosai did a lot of job. Like he really confused the Reverto players, just being all over the place. But Cadus was really strong with the damage output, doing a lot of work. So I think I'm gonna say Cadus. He had a lot of frags and a lot of damage output. Who's your man of the map?
Samsy. Overall, it has to be Samsy. Samsy playing the perfect scout role, in my opinion, going absolutely huge. He was capping every point. He was being there for his team. He was being the perfect team player, and I think the points will notice that, but perhaps not the logs, because of course the logs are all about damage and frags. But for him, I think it's definitely got to be Samsy. He really pushed his team to win.
Yeah, I see Samsy writing here to me in Steam chat. I'm gonna watch your cast. I hope you saw my 4-man on mid, otherwise I'll kill you. I just retyped to him, sorry, kill me fast. And he said, thanks God, Ryushi, for the kind comments you gave to him. It was very appreciated by him.
It's right. He was doing really good work for his team, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. So